Hello everyone. I hope you are all having a good time. So, in this tutorial, I will teach you a feature branch workflow. That is one of the workflows that developers use for uh, collaborating on a project. And I will go over the feature branch life cycle. What are the different commands that you use to form a feature, uh, to start a feature and then to complete it until you complete it, and then I'll discuss what pull requests are and why they are used and why they are important, and then I'll uh, mm, go over to the terminal and make some changes and give an example of how you can proceed with such a workflow. You can choose other workflows, and I'll add a link in the description below of um, of a of a tutorial by Atlassian Bitbucket, which demonstrates other workflows. So you can choose other workflow, or you can choose feature branch workflow, and it depends upon how you want to uh, maintain the history of the code, or how uh, you feel comfortable with other developers. And each workflow has its benefits and has its pros and cons. So feature branch workflow, we have a central repository, and usually the master branch maintains the official project history. The feature branch should be named with descriptive names, and the focus so that the name of the branch uh, is focuses on the purpose of the branch. I'll show you in a I'll show you examples of what these names can be. Excuse me. And once you make a feature branch, uh, you push to this central repository. So you maintain just one history of the project, and that is the history of the central repository, which is usually the master. So you start with the master, and then you move on to a specific branch, which can be develop or new feature branch. And then in that particular branch you update the code, you add new files, you remove files, you make one or multiple commits, and then you push those commits. And once you are done with that feature, you pull you make a pull request in Bitbucket, GitLab, or GitHub, which are Git managers, kind of Git managers, management tools. So, uh, what exactly is a pull request? Pull request lets developers to discuss changes before that particular feature is merged into the master branch or some other particular branch. So they, in a way, they provide means to discuss what a new feature is added in this particular feature branch, and it lets team members review the code base before it is merged or before it is official. The major benefit of pull request is code review. So once the pull request is made by a developer, the admin of the project, the project administrator, can merge the branch either within Bitbucket, GitLab, or GitHub, or uh, he or she can merge it in the terminal, which is here. So let's dive in an example. So right now we want to see what branch we are in. So the command for doing that is git branch. We are on the branch master, and what we want to do is we want to make a new branch we call develop, which we will usually use uh, to maintain the history of our tutorial series, and perhaps I'll uh, add the links to the master and develop in the description later on. So we create a new command, we create a new branch and check out into that branch with the command git checkout dash b, and then name of the branch, which in our case is develop. So the checkout keywords checks out this newly created branch, which we specify by this dash b keyword. So now we are switched to the new branch develop. We can see the branches now with the command branch, and now the static is on develop, and now we have got two branches. Similarly, for example, what we want to do here is add a comment here. This line of code is added in branch develop, and now we check the status of the repository, and we see that there's some modification in the home view file. Here in the home view, this file got modified, so we add all changes to in the current directory, and then we commit with the message add comment in branch develop, and then we push this onto the remote repository with this command git push u origin develop. So branch develop set up to track remote branch develop from origin. So it's all set up. In here we see develop. So you recently pushed branches develop, and if we want to compare The change is this line of code is added in branch. So this line of code was added in so that is different from the master branch. So what we want to do now is check out another branch. So we will repeat the same procedure and call this comment branch. Git check out new branch comment branch. And the reason for naming it comment branch is because we will add another comment in that branch. So it the focus of the name of the branch is on the purpose of the branch. So we are in this branch now. Now we have three branches and we are currently in comment branch. In here we add another comment. This line of code, this line of comment, this is not comment code, so we will edit this as well, is added in comment branch. So upon checking the status, we will see that the home U file is modified, and this Xcode project file usually gets modified whenever you are navigating in the Xcode. So we don't have to worry about what has changed in it. It does not matter for now. So we can git add all the changes in the current directory, and then commit with the message add comment in comment branch, and then we'll push this. The thing is, we for the first time we have to specify this that we are on which particular branch of the remote you are pushing the local branch, and the next time you can go by with just git push. So in here we'll say git push u origin, and then the name of the branch, the remote branch, which would also be comment branch, like this. And all the changes were the local comment branch was pushed onto remote comment branch, and we can check in here what has changed. So we added a comment branch in here, and now what we want to do is make some other changes in this branch. So currently we are in the comment branch, so we are in this new feature branch. We updated this branch from develop to this comment branch, and the change was this line. So we added this in the change, and then we added we staged the repository, committed it, and pushed the repository. And now what we can do is file a pull request, for instance, in our case, in GitHub. Compare and pull request. Open a pull request. So comment branch completed, and so we assume that we have already completed what we wanted to do, and in our case we wanted to add a comment. So now what we are done with that, and now we want to create a pull request. So uh, once a developer creates a pull request, he himself, if he has enough authorization, or the project admin, can merge it from in here using this merge pull request. So create, merge, commit, squash and merge, rebase and merge, the different ways of maintaining the history. And uh, for instance, we can do we can do uh, one merge from GitHub and another merge from terminal in here. So let's start with this one. So we confirm the merge. So if we want, we can delete the branch from here if we're done with it. Otherwise we can keep it. We can also delete it locally uh, in the terminal. So let's check what branch we are on. So we're in comment branch, and let's check out master. Please commit your changes or stash them before you can switch branches. So we check what are the changes with the command git status, and the state of the Xcode project is modified. So we reset, excuse me, we reset the head like this. So no, so we are resetting back to how to the last commit we made in that branch. So we are now, our head points, the local head points to our last commit that we made. And let's check the status now. So we are on the branch, comment branch, and everything is up to date. Now we can check out master. So we are now switched to master. Let's check the master in here. In here the master shows that we do not have those comments. That is because we merged not in from command prompt, but from not locally and pushed it to the remote repository, but instead we merged it via GitHub, and our master branch is not up to date. So we pull the remote repository like this, and it says please commit your changes or stash them before you merge. We check the status to see what's this is the same problem, so uh, we reset the to our last commit for master, and now we are in a state to pull the remote repository, and it shows that 3 files were changed and 3 lines. There were 3 changes in home view, and let's check to see what those changes are. And those changes are this empty line, and then this first line that was added in develop, and then the second line that was added in comment branch. So now we are done with the comment branch. So let's remove that branch, and we can do that by git branch d for delete, and then comment branch. So that branch is deleted, and we can check that with the command git branch, which enlists all the branches that we have locally. In here in GitHub, if we check, we have 3 branches, so we can go to that page where we merged it, and in here we can delete the branch. You can get to this option somehow within GitHub, I don't know exactly, so I navigated back to that page, and then I deleted this branch, deleted comment branch just now. We can even restore it back, but we don't need to do that. So now if we go to the home of our repository, we see now we just have 2 branches. Anyway, we're done with the comment branch, and now we are in the master. And what we want to do is we would remove these comments from master, and commit that change with the message that remove comments in master branch, and then we can push it to the remote repository. And if we go in here, we can see remove comments in master branch. Our master branch does not have the comments right now. And if we switch on to develop, git checkout develop, and go to our project, we still have this line of code that we added to develop. So we remove this one as well. So now we are in the branch develop, and we made some changes that we removed the comment in the develop branch. So we will commit this to the remote repository. So first we add everything in the directory, stage everything in the directory to before the commit, and then we commit with the message remove comment from develop, and then we push this develop branch onto the remote repository. So our local develop is tracking the remote develop. So now what we want to do is merge this change, not this time from GitHub, but from here. And how first the first we want to make sure that our local so we want to merge develop onto master, so we would switch to master first, git check out master, and we want to make sure that everything in the master that is local is synchronized with the upstream master. What this means is uh, if your branch is not up to date with the remote repository, the the master of the remote repository, if your local master is not tracking the remote master, then this merge will not happen. So in our case, this is not the case. So we can merge the develop branch onto it directly. Otherwise, we would, if our local master is behind the remote master, somebody else made some changes in the master, some other developer, and you want to merge your develop onto you master. First you would want to pull those changes, and you would use git pull command, and in our case everything is already up to date, so we do not need to worry about that. Now we would merge develop branch onto master, and in here we can merge branch develop, and we can press I in here to start inserting or editing this comment message merge branch develop to master, merge branch develop to master, no more comments. So this is our commit message, and now we can press escape and then press colon and then write, W for write for saving these changes, and then Q for quitting out of Vim. So we made the merge locally, and now we can push the master to remote repository, and our local master now is now pushed to remote master. And in here if we check, we have merge branch develop to master, no more comments as the latest comment. So this is our project history. We can see what we did in each step. First we added a comment in branch develop, then we add a comment in branch command branch, and then we merge it through GitHub via GitHub, and then we remove command in branch master, all the comments in branch master. Then we removed comment in branch develop, and then we merged the develop branch to master locally and then pushed it in here. So this gives an overview of what we did. So uh, if you want, if you're interested in learning more about Git, there is a very detailed tutorial here on Bitbucket that you can go through to have better understanding of how Git works and what are different workflows and what are different various ways of maintaining your project history and collaborating with other team members. I hope you liked the video. Uh, if you have any questions, just write a comment and I'll try my best to personally answer your questions and queries. Thank you very much for your time and have a nice day. Bye.